are you? Oh. I hear you from a distance. Someone who's mumbling in the corner of the room. Like, let me just, I'm just gonna, yeah. I love how you instantly feel so calm when you use sage.
I know it's
Just
like,
drop down.
yeah, your body knows.
Mm-hmm.
Your body knows it's safe once the sage
Yeah,
is smoking.
yeah. I'm just seeing these visuals of you and me out in the real life, always bringing a sage.
In the office.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just gotta. Someone's carrying some heavy energies here over today.
Yeah.
I just.
Sorry, I can't focus. I have to. Oh.
Is someone here grieving today? Because I just feel like when you enter a meeting. Hello, guys. But I think it's very it's so funny, but it's also like when you're thinking about showing up as your true self, as your
Mm.
authentic self, and like not hiding
Mm.
stuff. Maybe this is
It
something.
comes. Oh, but it comes with it. It.
Yeah, and I definitely think that like our ancestors, they knew this, they did this. It's like coming back now, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It must have been some kind of portal opening also in the 60s with like the hippie
Mm.
movement and everything that came with it. Like now when I'm listening to music or I'm watching videos from that period,
Mm.
um, it's so clear that they knew, and they were also like working a lot with crystals and with
Mm.
astrology and of course psychedelic
Mm.
medicine and plant medicine and all of that. And then growing up, that
Mm.
wasn't so obvious
Mm.
that they were doing those techniques. It's been like this
Yeah.
just an image of it, like,
Yeah, they were so
yeah,
liberated and oh my God, and
yeah.
like
And
that's
then they
yeah.
came to their senses.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And now when we are in this like discovery of a more spiritual way of being and like being more open to these things, yes, of course, like we understand now that that's what they were doing probably.
Mm.
Peace and love. I mean, that's the highest frequency, the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And that it was so like, what do you say? It got so big during those years. And I don't know, maybe we're going like back to that slowly, I think.
Mm.
With all of the astrological energies surrounding us now. And when you look back, like at the past maybe 6 months, what's been going on, and that big shift, that big call for awakening or call for a rebirth, um, you get like totally blown away when you think
Mm.
about it. But also very, very, very grateful to be experiencing that and be open to that. I think because um, like in my life before, of course we were always like we got affected by these energies all the time, of course, especially you and me that are like very sensitive. Um, but we didn't know about it. We didn't know that it was the energies like that were affecting us. But now we do, and now we can see why we feel a certain way, or why we feel drawn to do something or to dig deeper
Mm.
into something or
Yeah, it's an amazing, amazing gift. And you and I have talked about it a lot. Like,
mm,
once you know what is going on, then you can
mm.
really
You
choose
can
to
never go
surf.
back.
No, no, exactly. You can never go back.
You never go
And
back.
then you can also, yeah, there is a before and after.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And we have had, yeah, so many befores and afters this year, and
Oh my
probably
God.
many more to come.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, the gift in knowing
Mm,
is that you can actually choose to surf the waves instead of,
mm.
you know, grasping for air or just
Yeah.
um, um, being close to drowning and then trying
Yeah.
to swim up against some extremely large
Mm,
streams, for example.
mm,
And if
mm.
you know that they are coming, then you can just put on whatever
Yeah.
outfit
The
or
clothes you
attitude
need.
or yeah,
Yeah.
um, and just either just surf it or lay down, float
Yeah.
along with it,
Just
because
surrender.
yeah, just surrender, or you can
Mm,
go all in and fully just ride the wave, take every
mm,
turn, follow along with it, because we all know by now as well that waves are never constant. And water
mm,
is never constant. It's always
mm,
moving, always flowing. So whatever wave is coming, it will also pass. It will
mm,
be still, and then it will be moving again. Sometimes very dramatically, and sometimes just um, a little. But
mm,
it's such a gift once you can see it from that
mm,
perspective and not not feel like you're over flooded in your life, but
mm.
actually know why, what energies are coming in. Are they even mine,
Yeah.
or what do they do with my own energy and my own like
Mm,
essence, and how can I use them to propel myself forward?
mm.
But it's
Exactly.
not easy.
It's not the easiest. No.
No.
But and I think you can find so much comfort in like when you understand these energies and you also understand like the purpose of them, that
Mm,
you can see that there is a purpose. It's not just like, oh my God, now you are going to go through these like memories from your earlier life and it's going to feel terrible. And it's like you're going through these to be able to make some changes in your life, to be able to come closer to your authentic self, your path. And
mm,
like there is always a purpose for these energies, why they are coming and why they are coming in these
mm.
like waves, ups and downs. And you get so like when you thought that you thought everything was divine and then you read something else or you understand something else and you're like, my God, it's even more divine.
Yeah, it feels like that journey is also like, you walk up and then uh, it feels like you have come to the mountaintop so many times,
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, now I see everything so clearly. Like,
Yeah.
that's why this and this and this happened, and I just
Mm,
get it now. I just
yeah.
I get all of
I
it.
yeah.
Wow, and I'm so amazed. And then it's like you keep walking because you realize that there is a path
Oh,
that you
yeah.
can go.
That
So you just keep walking, and you're kind of
yeah.
your guards are down, and you feel quite empowered. And then
Yeah.
it's like, those um, like.
A
It,
stream of shit flows over.
I was gonna say,
Whoa! Where the fuck did that come from? Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, like roses with thorns, but we can go with the stream of shit as well. I mean, that's
Yeah, yeah, almost the same. Almost the same.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then once out of that, it's even more beautiful and it's even more
Yeah.
divine because
Mm.
it's just gets even better after
Yeah.
every shit flood. Or
Yeah, exactly. Every time you get up in the high vibes, when you feel that clarity and when you feel that empowered, yeah, you're just so boosted. Every time it gets better. Like, you think that it can't get better than this, and then you're going through a flood of shit, and you clean up yourself, and then you're up there again, and it's even better than the last time.
yeah, exactly. And I think that it's so important, or it's given me a lot to understand that we're not given lessons only for the
Mm,
sake of um, be given lessons, and that it's actually because if not now, then
mm,
we might have taken some, we might have gone off track somewhere
yeah.
if that didn't came to our attention in that exact specific time, which was the purpose
Mm,
of that energy flooding in, then we might have gone off track to something that is not as purposeful for us or
mm,
not for our highest good. So it can be so frustrating, and I know that both you and I have been like, of course, with a spark in our eyes, but still like
mm,
cursing at our spirit
yeah.
guides and the universe many times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the,
The fuck are you doing?
but then just like trying to keep in mind that once through it, it's even more
Mm,
beautiful than it would have been if
yeah.
not presented to those lessons. So it's not about uh, oh, we just thought you needed to learn something because you were
Yeah.
going a little bit cocky or like
Here's
self-empowered. So
this.
we thought we were just, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Shove some shit down your throat. Oh.
it's yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Like yeah.
Mm. I feel like my language is the last week. My, my language has been like, uh, yeah, some harsh words, some some yeah.
Mm,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I
yeah.
just got a text and it clinged really hard in my ear. Sorry. And it's also like when you're through that lesson or what you want to call it, um, when you're through it and when you're up in that high, you can then understand why you had to go through that, why you had to see that, what it taught you. And often it taught you to be more kind or more loving towards yourself,
Mm,
or understanding yourself in another way that helps you
mm.
to treat yourself better.
Yeah, it's really funny that you have noticed like a shift in the language just the
Yeah,
last week, when we
yeah.
also have
I'm talking so dirty now, with you at least.
yeah. Yeah, I know. And
Not with
actually, I
everyone.
no, it's not like in the office or
No.
office meetings. But yeah, I notice it myself when I like write to you, and it's a lot of like cursing, you know.
Yeah.
I write with big letters, like really
Yeah, yeah,
emphasizing, like
yeah,
every other letter is, or every other word is like the big letters,
yeah.
just to, yeah, so much. It feels like wants
There
to
is so
come
much
out.
force and so much
Mm,
power that wants to come out now. And both
mm,
you and I have been very drawn to this like awakening of our inner wild woman,
Mm.
of the darker powers within, and like understanding those a little bit further. And also, I think when you do that and when you like welcome those darker powers,
Mm.
maybe they start to like express themselves
Mm.
like that. Maybe that's why we are getting more, at least with each other, because you
Yeah.
feel so much fire from within, and you can't not curse
No,
or use
exactly.
big letters. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so freaking empowering to actually do that.
Yeah.
To
It
d-
looks
d-
amazing. Hmm.
yeah, just to curse
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because I'm on not on the like the other side of this yet, but I can
Mm.
really imagine like, when that aspect of yourself has been quieted down for so long, and she
Mm-hmm.
starts to express herself, and she just wants to, it's like this volcano,
Yeah.
and we will use that metaphor many, many, many times,
Yeah.
I can already say.
Yeah, me
But
too.
it's like that first burst
Yeah.
of like what are the most um, expressive, or like the most sensitive words I can use to get the attention, or to just express my energy of something that
Yeah.
has been kept very, very, very uh, deep inside.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
and I assume that it will also be that kind of journey of just the
Mm.
burst, and then you let the lava flow, and
Yeah.
we will be able to like also channel that part of ourselves, the dark goddess, the wild woman,
Mm. Mm.
Lilith, even, in a
Mm.
way that is clear and
Mm.
to the point and unapologetic and still fierce, but it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be that.
Yeah, like that rebellious teenager.
Exactly, or like that
Yeah.
very brute, like trying
Mm.
to get an response, like
Yeah.
almost, how some people can do. They can be like right up your face and almost
Yeah.
um, provocative in order
Yeah.
to just show that they are there and they won't back down.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
so yeah, it will be so interesting to see how that part will continue to develop the way it
Mm.
expresses through us.
Yeah. Exactly. And that balance between like dark and light, the darkness and
Mm.
the light within us. And I think that as you say, as you were saying, that since we have been learned to like keep the darker side down, um, and try to act in a more proper manner or proper
Mm.
way, um, now that we are like awakening that side, of course it will like burst like a fucking volcano.
Yeah.
Of course it will, like, because we have been like shoving it down for so
Mm.
long,
Mm.
and now it's allowed to come up, and now
Mm.
we are welcoming it, and we are doing it with love and not with like judgment or anything like that.
Mm.
And the journey that awaits us now will be so amazing, I think, because I can already feel that when you are like inviting those darker powers of yourself, and you are blending them with the light and the love and the force that you have, then you can create true magic or true alchemy by blending those, the
Mm.
dark and the light. And
Mm.
you will be so powerful when you do that, and you will have
Mm.
the courage you need, and you will have the clarity, and you will have, I mean, you cannot only be light.
Mm.
Everybody has shadows and darkness, and if you bring
Mm.
them up and you work with them both, they can, strengthen each other. And
Mm.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes, oh,
Mm.
yeah. And I think that it's what is so extremely like empowering is you know just experiencing these different forces and these different like archetypes, just to
Mm,
know and to embody them and know that they are within you. No one
exactly.
lacks these. They are only more or less hidden or explored or
Mm,
expressed. Um, but actually embody them and then make a choice of on
mm,
which one of these energies, which one of these vibes is my actual natural state, and that I
exactly.
want to fall back on, and that I want to express when I am my true authentic self.
Yeah.
Because if you have not experienced those and you have not been presented to the wild woman or the
Mm,
dark goddess, for example,
mm,
within you, then you cannot make a conscious like choice to be light
mm. Yeah,
or a choice to
exactly.
be more or less dark, and in
Yeah.
what circumstances.
Mm,
So I, yeah, that was one of my biggest like revelations just this
yeah.
weekend now
Mm,
with all the portals that are open now.
yeah.
um the insight that for I think so many of us, the light feminine and the all of those archetypes that are already very appreciated, so to say, by the
Mm,
society, and that we have
mm,
had encouraged throughout our upbringing as women.
mm, mm,
They are very easy to kind of identify with and to grasp,
mm,
and by start exploring like the goddesses and one's inner goddess, it's very easy, or it's at least for me, it's been very easy to embody that, the light
mm,
goddess, and all of those attributes connected to that. But it's,
mm,
yeah, it was just a major like drop down insight that I haven't even considered anything else,
mm.
because the wild
Yeah.
woman and because the dark goddess has been so never fully expressed.
Mm, yeah, exactly. And I also feel like that part of us, the dark goddess, the more darker forces within us, as women. I mean, we all have them, and if you don't know about them, or if you don't think they are allowed, you will still have moments when they are coming up or coming through. And those moments can probably be very scary, or like, you blame yourself for acting a certain way, or you're like, what is happening? Who am I? What is this dark force that I'm
Mm,
feeling? And you have no idea, maybe, that it is like one of your most powerful sides, and that it is also a part of being a woman. And when you start to see that you have both the darkness and the light, and that the darkness is also very powerful, it's not evil, it's not painful. It can be painful, but like when you start to, yeah, like welcome all of the sides of you, then I think the experience you will get when the dark forces arise within you,
mm,
it's not going to be scary, it's not going to be painful, it's going to be fucking empowering
mm,
instead, when you know about them, and when you're like, hmm, that's what I'm feeling. And
mm,
when you invite that into your life, and you make that, conscious choice that you're talking about, okay, I have all of these sides of me, which one is the one that I feel most authentic in now? Okay, then I am going to shine that light now, but I also
mm,
know that I have these other archetypes within me, and they are
mm,
also welcome, and they are also part of me, and they are
mm,
also like supporting this archetype that I'm most drawn to.
I know, I know, and also so much of like spirituality and practices within spirituality. I mean, I've been into meditation for 8 years, I think. Uh,
Mm,
Always with the purpose of reaching Zen and experiencing space and the stillness and like the
mm,
vastness of everything.
yeah.
And it's only, the last year that I have experienced that, okay, that is one part of spirituality, that is one state you can be in,
Mm,
and it's extremely powerful, and it's, of course, it's life changing.
mm,
But um, on the other side of that is to embody and to surf those waves of energy that is
mm,
always incoming and that is
mm,
already within us, and not try
mm,
to only go into the observer state, but also be the the driver of those
yeah,
forces,
yeah,
because that
exactly.
is equally as spiritual, equally as life changing.
Mm,
um, and yeah, I mean, it's so liberating, so extremely
mm,
liberating. And I
mm,
think also when it comes to like the process of healing and the process
mm,
of, healing your inner child, shedding light on your shadows,
mm,
and all of those things, like
mm,
shedding light on your shadows.
mm,
Maybe in a year I will think differently. I don't know. I'm not fully
mm.
learned.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
That's
But
one thing that you know. You never
yeah,
know.
yeah,
And you will
exactly.
never be like
Ex-
fully healed or fully like enlightened, even though you feel
no,
so.
yeah,
There's always
exactly.
a next layer to shed.
Yeah, always,
Yeah.
always.
But
And I
but
thought
here we
like
are
my,
now and
yeah,
we think like this now. And
yeah,
that's okay.
yeah, exactly. Like from the point of view today,
Yeah.
and I think like maybe a year ago when I started doing shadow work,
Mm.
I think a lot of it was to, shed light on the shadows so that you
Mm.
can release them, so that you don't no
Yeah,
longer have them in a way,
exactly.
or that they are, forgiven, or that they have a more constructive way of expressing themselves in your life, which of course is
Mm.
extremely good. Um,
Mm.
but then I think there are also things that maybe are shadows and that are
Mm.
there to protect you and to propel you forwards,
Mm.
and that can come in certain situations that you need them
Mm.
to be non-forgiving, or just
Yeah.
straight out brute, or yeah, like that wolf mother
Yeah.
who
Mm.
just, I don't know what the word is in English, but she makes that sound and
Growl.
she shows her teeth,
Growling. Huh?
growling. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And she's standing with all of her um, puppies behind her, and she's
Yeah.
just not giving in.
Yeah.
And that
No, you
can
don't
be,
want to play with that.
no, exactly, exactly. And
Mm.
I think for me at least, it's been that tendency
Mm.
is almost, I think, something that I have considered one of my shadows. Like, oh,
Yeah.
something is making me irritated here. So it
Yeah.
must be a trigger or an unhealed wound of some kind.
Mm.
And it's only like the past couple of months that I started to realize that, but maybe I don't want to get rid of that function. It's a part of me,
Mm.
it's a part of being a woman,
Yeah.
and it's a part of being both shadow and light. Uh,
Mm.
and maybe everything is not, it doesn't have to be 100% pure like
Yeah.
crystals, because we're human, and
Yeah.
just, it's the beauty of having all of these contrasts, and yeah, it's what makes this so extremely um, enchanting as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I think when you're in that state of like thinking that everything that is dark or feels like, you know, irritation or anger, that you have to get rid of it, and that the end goal is to always feel like love and light,
Mm,
then you are like, you're putting like unrealistic expectations on yourself, and that is also, I think, a way of like um, a self-destructive
mm,
pattern, maybe, to like never be good enough, never, yeah, to give yourself like an impossible image to live up to.
mm,
And when you start to like see those shadow sides of you that you wanted to maybe get rid of before, and then now you are like, but wait a minute, maybe I want to keep them, or like maybe they can
yeah.
help me instead of like being in the way here.
Mm,
And they are not ugly, they are not uh, like, I don't have to feel ashamed of them, or like I can use them for my own purpose, to feel better, or to like,
mm,
yeah, protect myself, I guess.
mm,
um, because no one can be like 100% love and light all the time. No one is. Maybe that's like the essence of the spirit, maybe, I don't know. And since we are humans, we also have these shadows, and that's a part of our life
mm,
journey, our life lesson. It's nice to get rid of those that stand in your way,
mm,
but also like welcoming those that are here to make you more powerful.
mm.
I think that is when you like step up a notch. You get
Mm.
to another mountain again,
Yeah,
another mountain top.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And just imagine, like, for, let's say, for all people, not only women, but for like all
Mm.
people who have that side of like repressing them way in themselves in some way, like holding back,
Yeah.
uh, um, maybe have some tendencies of like people pleasing or avoiding conflicts, and
Mm.
trying to really be like light and love for everyone,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then to to actually to not be scared or uh, irritated on the fact that they have shadows that
Mm.
may contradict that image, that is the
Mm.
outward image, but
Mm.
actually look at those shadows and really see them for what they are, and that
Mm.
they can be as people, they can be um, lethal. Just realizing that you have the capacity within you to be unapologetic. Yeah, it can be so freaking empowering.
Yeah. And I think also when you are in that state where you suppress those darker sides, and you try to be that love and light for everybody else,
Mm,
I mean, those darker sides, they are still wanting to come out. So who are they going to attack? Yeah, yourself, instead of
mm,
like using them, letting them come out in a balanced way.
mm,
If you keep them down, they will only attack you.
mm,
And that is not pleasant.
mm. Uh, the phenomenon of, red tents, like
Yeah,
women tents, women
yeah.
circles,
Mm,
um, that was much more prevalent earlier
mm,
in different societies,
mm,
where women of all ages met um, to to not only like discuss these things, but also
Mm,
just to hold that space for each other
yeah.
to express and to be themselves, shadow and light.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, no matter where in life you are, or no matter where in
mm,
like the cycle you are,
mm,
and just because that is also something that I learned recently. Um, and something that has come up a lot, like the role of the elderly and the role of the wise women, like those who have
mm,
been through a lot and can be there for the younger generations to kind of guide and to show some kind, sometimes tough love, because that's what
mm.
will matter, and
Exactly.
sometimes just unconditional love and presence when that is
Mm,
needed. Um,
mm.
and it feels like we don't have that culture today
No.
of of course in many families, but like in
Mm,
society today, like the the matriarch, or
mm,
the people gathering around the wise
mm,
woman and
mm,
the elder woman who actually has so much wisdom and so much experience, and can see
mm.
through any bullshit and just be like,
Yeah.
she won't have it.
Yeah.
And holding, holding both young girls and young boys and
Yeah.
people of all ages to standards that are good for them, and it's good for the community, and it's good for the
Yeah.
society, and because she knows that we can do better
Mm,
for ourselves and
exactly.
for others. um,
Yeah.
yeah, and just imagine
Yeah.
also what what that would have been like if that was still a part of the upbringing of women
Mm,
and of men also, of
yeah.
course.
Exactly. And I think like the life we are living in now, it's so like the feeling is like you have to make it on your own.
Mm.
You don't have this like support of um, yeah, as you said, like the older wise woman. You don't live together like that. You live separately as individuals, and I think a part of us is always looking for that wisdom, that knowledge that
Mm.
you before maybe you got from the elder in the community, but now we don't live like that. So now we
Mm.
are still searching for the wisdom of how to live. And where
Mm.
do we find it? We find it in like media, in the news,
Yeah.
in the government, in the structure of the society. That's where we think we find this
Mm.
wisdom until now.
Until now,
Until
yeah.
now. No, but I mean, like, of course, there has been like a distortion in how we live, like the balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. When we lose this way of getting knowledge and wisdom, like where do we get our knowledge and wisdom from,
Mm.
and how does that affect us?
Mm.
And now you are doing some. What are you doing?
Oh
It
yeah,
looks
just
nice.
some
Oh, Palo
Palo Santo.
Santo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
Mm.
I think we talked about it earlier, but we were like, Palo Santo. Yeah, that's some heavy shit. you only you only use it when you are like in, yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
sage
I,
is more like an everyday thing,
yeah,
and the Palo Santo
exactly.
is more.
Mm,
This is a Palo
exactly.
Santo moment.
Yeah, it was. And I think
Yeah.
actually it was, a pure instinct just to honor, like every
Yeah.
wise woman before us, like
Yeah.
for thousands and thousands of years. I didn't even think about it,
Mm,
but now I just
yeah.
realized that I just needed
They are
some.
here. Yeah, they are
Mm,
here. They are within us,
mm,
and they are speaking through us, through our bodies.
mm,
And yeah, like when you, I mean, like when you listen to your body, when you really listen to your body and your body's need, that is actually like listening to all of those mothers, 4,000, 5,000 mothers behind you,
Mm.
your
Mm.
ancestors that had this um, wisdom that we have lost
Mm.
nowadays. So like returning to your body, listen to your body is like listening to that matriarch, that crone.
Mm.
Um, we all have them within us,
Mm.
and that is so powerful. I mean, I get chills when
Mm.
I think about it.
I know, I know, and we're so we're so used to this is a topic that I think we have to have like you know a complete episode on
Yeah,
just itself,
yeah,
but um, something I really really love and that blows my mind is the way we think that communication is only or that communication is like limited to dialogue and to words
mm,
and to thoughts and to
mm,
language like the spoken or the written language, but
yeah,
how it can be your own organs or your own
mm,
flesh and your blood and your bones
mm,
and your heart and your cervix, and like
mm,
it's in the body.
mm,
It's in the body that you can actually hear and you can feel, depending on what's your way of perceiving insights or
mm,
messages or communication, that you can actually access this within yourself. And it's amazing once you realize that, because if you have not considered yourself and your body like sacred and divine before that,
mm. You will
then
start to,
you will
yeah,
start to. That's a complete turning
yeah,
point.
yeah.
And yeah, I cannot even, yeah.
It's an unspoken, unwritten language. It's like, what do you
So we're
know?
gonna, therefore, we will demonstrate this in
We will
a
sit here
dance.
in, yeah, I will let my body speak now in like an expressional way. Oh my god! And those who get it, they get it. It is so empowering when you realize that your body is divine, is carrying this knowledge.
Mm.
Um, because I think, at least for me, before before I realized this, I saw myself as like a separate body from everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, like I came to this world. It's only me. It's my cells. Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
But when you realize the connection, and also when you like combine it with the laws of energy, that everything is connected, everything is energy. And when you think about like time and space,
Mm.
it's not linear. It's like, yeah, you can create pure alchemy when you like blend all of those things into your consciousness and into your subconscious mind as well. And when you realize the power that you have, and you start to use it, or you start to like embrace it or embody it.
Mm.
And I think like at least for me, like when I started this more spiritual journey or learning more about spirituality, it began like in my mind, starting to shift thoughts and starting to meditate and starting to, yeah, be very much in my mind, not so much in my body. But that came like a natural next step when
Mm.
you understand like the connection. You can work with your mind, with your thoughts, with like affirmations, visualis vis, I can never say that word. Visualization. How do you
Visualizations. Vision.
visualizations? Yeah, you can work with that and you can get real, real results.
Mm,
But your body will always have like the last word.
mm,
Your body will always protect you against what you believe is dangerous, what your subconscious believes is dangerous
mm,
for you. And when you start to work with your body and like release um, subconscious beliefs that aren't
mm.
serving you, then you can truly like evolve, I
Mm.
think. Yeah.
It's really mind blowing.
Yeah. And I mean, I used to go to like yoga when I was 16. And I think I really wanted to be more like spiritual back then. I really wanted to feel that type of connection. But I know now that I didn't. Of course, I got somewhere, but like now when I do those type of practices with together with that like spiritual enlightenment that I have now, it takes you somewhere else. It takes you like, yeah, it's like getting high sometimes.
Mm.
I have never got high on drugs before, only on alcohol. But I can imagine that
Yeah.
it is like,
Mm.
hmm,
Mm. Yeah,
like when you
definitely.
do breath work and like everything, every cell in your body starts to tingle and you hear that
Mm.
like in your ears
Mm.
and you know that you are like connected, you're connecting somewhere.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, that is awesome.
I know, and just like doing like Kundalini practices and
Yeah.
awaken that life force within, and then combining it with the real input from yourself, like your visions, your own wisdom, like your own wounds or whatever, your own
Mm,
like flesh and blood
mm,
into that process of releasing and awakening your life force energy. That is really like a true alchemical process,
yeah,
and
yeah.
um, it will like blow your mind to see
Mm,
that that can take place, and it's so profound, and it's so real that you can almost like touch it, because
mm,
it's like you said, it runs through your
yeah,
body, like
yeah.
the oxygen, it runs through your body, the energy, you can feel it, uh, and yeah, it really just shifts the way that we thought that the body could do, and that we could
Mm,
do with our minds and our intentions,
mm,
in a way that it connects. You can almost say like heaven and earth, because you have
yeah.
the earth, which is your body and everything that you
Mm,
are, and then everything above that or outside of you, which is like not outside of you, but which is more um, harder to grasp, like your
yeah.
visions and your ideas and your soul and your everything, and just bringing that in and start to
Mm,
like it boils
yeah.
in a way that is so beautiful that you wouldn't want anyone in the world to miss out on it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Uh,
like imagine that we have this already in ourselves.
mm,
Like the most amazing journeys you can take is within yourself. Like
yeah,
in a meditation, embodied. I can't even find the words, but like you can go places in your mind that is
yeah,
totally out of this world,
mm,
like floating
definitely.
in space. You don't have to
Mm,
go to space like you with your body. You can go there with your mind and connect it with your body,
mm,
which is just like sitting still, but you can still go there.
mm.
Yeah, and it is
I
so
know.
amazing when you start to realize that, and when you like start to meditate and you start to go
Mm.
to those places, it's almost like addictive. Like,
Mm.
oh my God, tonight I'm gonna go. Oh, where am I
Yeah,
going tonight? Sometimes you don't, like, of course, you don't know where you're going when you start to meditate,
yeah, yeah.
but just going out there in the void and see
Mm.
what,
I know,
oh, it's amazing.
I know, and it makes me
Yeah.
think of, you get like a cutout of a tree, and you
Yeah.
see like what's it like above the surface of the ground and below the surface. So you have
Yeah.
the entire tree on which we can see, which is
Mm.
beautiful, and it has the root and then the crown. And then if you
Mm.
do like a cutout and you see how far it stretches down below, so
Yeah.
if you would actually take the whole entire entity of the tree, it would
Yeah.
be double in size or more,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
there are more which you cannot see, which are the roots that stretches so far down.
Exactly.
And we never, I think that so much of our lives are being lived,
Yeah.
like on the ground level, looking
Yeah.
out,
Mm.
because we have our point of consciousness, which is here, and then we try
Mm.
to like adjust or experience as much as we can in
Yeah.
outside of ourselves.
Exactly.
um, when you can take that journey down those routes that
Yeah. In the
stretches.
darkness.
It's dark and
Mm.
no one has been there before, no
Yeah.
one has been there before.
Mm.
And you can go there and you can see,
Yeah.
what is it like there, what does it say, what
Yeah.
does it mean, how does it feel.
Mm. Yeah.
It's yeah.
And when you go there, you can also like start to like communicate or connect
Mm,
with energies that are not on our like on the on the earth,
mm,
on our physical plane. Like you can start to like communicate with your spirit guides,
mm,
or other spirits, and you this entire world opens up to you. That is so magical, and it's only within.
mm,
Like you don't have to go somewhere to find it. You just have to go within yourself.
mm. Exactly, and no props needed, no
Exactly.
intake, no
Mm,
accessory, no environment, no nothing. I mean, of course there are things you can do to help you relax, uh,
mm,
and but the journey is like super non-discriminating in that way.
yeah.
You need
Mm,
nothing
mm.
to enter there.
The
Of
less you
course,
have, the better.
yeah,
Like you
definitely.
only have to take away things.
Yes, yeah,
Mm,
exactly. Exactly.
mm,
You only have to take away things
yeah,
to get there.
yeah,
And yeah, it's just such a beautiful principle. And it's just
mm,
outlined so beautifully that it's
mm,
again like blows one's mind to think about how
yeah,
this everything here is designed in such a magnificent way. It's unbelievable.
yeah, exactly. Do you have something? I don't know. Should we like close it off? We can pull some cards.
Yeah.
One card. Maybe like
Okay,
if
yeah.
we start, it will take 2 more hours, but maybe,
We try with the limit today.
yeah.
Okay,
So
let's do
maybe
that.
if we
Let's go
if we
get
pull
mine.
like, yeah, go get your cards. I
Yeah.
can sit here and speak,
Oh yeah.
or maybe we can cut this shit off. I will go and get my cards too. Maybe we will just cut this scene off. Cut this shit. I have this one since it's the full moon. We're going to release this episode on the full moon, so maybe I feel like I'm going to pull one of these cards, Queen of the
Mm,
Moon Oracle.
Mm.
Some maybe some kind of like guidance for everyone who watches this, for us,
Mm. Mm.
um, for this, the full moon and like the upcoming
Mm.
period from the full moon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. It sounds good. I chose the yogic path, oracle deck,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
so I think I will complement your guidance with some. We'll see just some helpful, like tools or practices, or um, let's say a goddess or a god, if that comes up here, to
Yeah.
to take support from during this
Mm,
time if needed.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
All
And I
right.
think this full moon is it's also like a super moon and an eclipse. It feels like it's so powerful.
Yeah.
You have nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
You only need to ride. Don't hide, ride.
Exactly. Don't even, because it's okay. Wow. One just really popped out here.
Oh,
Almost
tell me. I haven't
phonetically.
got anyone. Tell me.
All right. We got the Tamas card.
Ah, okay. What is that about?
Let's see. I think from the picture,
Mm.
um, this is probably an encouragement to, if needed, don't be afraid to take a time out.
Yeah.
But also, let me see if I remember this
Mm.
clearly, because I think that this is also, yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, Tamas. It stands for density, dullness, and inertia. And it says, you're in a period of hibernation, which is sometimes
Mm.
needed to blossom into a butterfly. Your
Mm.
body is between lines of a poem, notes of a song, steps of a dance. Use this
Mm.
time to fully rejuvenate your system, allowing proper rest and food. Know when
Mm.
it is time to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the gifts you have been cultivating. Stillness
Mm.
is only balanced when followed by action. So
Mm.
yeah, exactly. Like, don't be afraid to take that time out if needed, but also,
Yeah.
don't stay there. Don't
No.
hide and don't stay there. Um,
Exactly.
keep the balance between rest and action. It's Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, actually, and like seeing the purpose of rest, to be able to take that action fully, you have to rest.
Mm,
You have to go within yourself, allow yourself to be like
mm,
in between the lines for a
mm,
moment. And then you
mm.
get back there. And
Yeah,
it's so
definitely.
funny because the card that flew out here, it's like the same message. It's this darkness.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Oh, yeah, it's
Darkness.
beautiful card.
And also like with everything we have been talking about like the dark
Mm,
forces within us.
mm,
And this,
mm,
the message from the book says that you are entering a time of introversion, a leaner time, or a time to turn inward, to plan and strategize. It's time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. The darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. It's like
wow.
almost the same message, and
Yeah, it's the balance between
mm,
polarities and just seeing, the purpose of both.
yeah,
And let's see how this full moon feels. I don't think
mm,
I've noticed it actually yet, and I'm usually super sensitive. So
yeah,
let's see how it gets once we get closer. But
yeah,
it might be that it's so. so powerful that you kind of uh, have to take care of yourself, that you don't go
Mm.
fully in one direction and kind of losing your, yeah, your
Losing your mind.
senses or your well-being or
Yeah,
your
exactly. Maybe it
your
forces
feet.
you to
Mm,
to go inwards to take care of
mm.
yourself during this energy.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
also like it's so resonating with everything that we have been talking about
Mm,
today, with like the dark and the light and embracing all sides of yourself.
mm,
So like also the side that needs to take a nap, that needs to take a
yeah,
rest, and
yeah, exactly.
you know, just allow that, because then you will be so powerful when you get back from that nap.
Mm, yeah,
And when you
exactly.
get up again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have been napping a lot, don't be
Mm.
afraid to show up either, and show
Yeah.
yourself, and taking that inspired action, and yeah,
Yeah.
just feel what is right.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. That feels like a good ending of this episode.
Mm,
Show.
yeah,
What are we gonna call it? The Celine and the Cecilia show. I don't know. We
yeah.
will see.
It yeah, it will crystallize itself.
It will
It
come
will come.
to us. Probably in a
It always comes.
meditation or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
That's
probably.
how we work.
And never force it.
No, no, no. Let it come when it's ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has been super
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, and we will be back. We were saying that our schedule will be like we will post a chat every full moon and every new moon. So like
Yeah.
every second week,
Yeah.
following the cycles.
And also, I want to, because it made me think about an expression
Yeah.
that is in the country I live in now. There is an
Mm-hmm.
expression that would be translated to um, we we will talk all of a sudden when you, or like
Yeah.
will you'll hear from me when you least expect it, or something like that. And it's like a common common saying.
Oh
So it's like
my God,
when
yeah.
you'll
When you
see
least
us,
expected.
yes, all of a sudden, we're
Yeah.
here again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Because that's how
and
we
operates.
go about. That's how we operate. Exactly. We will show up
Yeah,
when you need it. We will show up when you need it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All
so this has
right.
been super fun. Maybe
Hmm.
bye for now.
So
Okay.
so good.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to you
Okay.
when you least expect
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
hope you
Okay.
enjoyed
Bye.
it.
Yeah. We
Bye.
did. We did.
We did, at
Bye
least
bye.
for almost for all of us, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe only we did. But that is.
But then that's how do you say it's, oh, what's it, then we have a gross positive, right?
Yeah. What?
You know, you know, and gross and net. It's like an economic, or like
Ah. Okay.
finances.
That's why I didn't get it. Uh,
Okay, but no, but
ah.
we
Oh
ended
yeah.
up
Yeah. Yeah.
at like
Yeah. I get it
plus.
now. Yeah. At least two of us enjoyed
Yes,
this, so yeah,
yes.
we're on the positive side. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay,
Ah, okay. Perfect.
perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah, thank you for listening all this way. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.